Hello team. So I wanted to create this video really quick to help you guys with getting on track with creating an action plan for your business. One thing that I have heard from a lot of coaches is that you feel overwhelmed or that you can't find time for your business, or you just feel like you have so many things going on and you don't know how to balance everything. So I think that the most important thing, most important thing hands down when it comes to being busy and working your business at the same time is being organized and being extremely intentional with how you're spending your time. A lot of times we feel like we're busy and we feel like we don't have time for things when really we're just not being intentional about the time that we do have, okay? So I think that it takes some practice and you've got to learn to be super aware of the things that you're doing. Like, are you spending time scrolling Facebook? And, when you go to Facebook, do you open up Facebook and then, your intention is to go and, do a post on your page, but then you see somebody posted some interesting article that's right there at the top of your newsfeed and you're like, ooh, shiny thing, squirrel, let me click on that article. And then 30 minutes later, you realize that you still haven't done your post, but you read this, spent all your time reading this article. You know what I mean? Like, come on, you've done that. I've done it. I will not say that I'm perfect at this, but I can tell you right now that if you are serious about, working your business and seeing things happen, you have to be intentional about your time and how you're spending your time on social media specifically, okay? And I really think that being organized is going to be the first thing that you're going to want to do to help with that. So I kind of wanted to help you guys with getting yourself organized, and I want to show you also how I use the website Trello to create to-do lists and basically a daily and weekly action plan so that I am completely on task when I sit down to work for my business. So the first thing that I have to share with you guys is to do a brain dump of all of the things that you need to do. Brain dump basically means like get everything out of your brain and onto a piece of paper. And so what I suggest doing though is mapping your brain dump around your vital behaviors. So you can start off by just getting a notebook or a piece of paper and write out the 4 vital behaviors, right? Inviting, being product of the product, personal development, and recognition, okay? So just like write all of those 4 things out, keep some space underneath it, because then what you're going to do is brain dump all the activities that you need to do and then categorize that by your vital behaviors. And I think this is important because we just need to remember, you guys, that this business is the vital behaviors. It's the framework and the structure of what you should be doing in your business every single day. So that's why I kind of use that as like your skeleton and then kind of fill it in once you're brain dumping. So write out your 4 vital behaviors and then start thinking about everything that you know that you need to be doing in your business every single day, such as reaching out to new people, starting those new conversations, adding to your network, doing your follow-ups, doing your invites, doing progress check-ins with people that you haven't talked to in a long time, right? All of those things I would say would fall under vital behavior number 1. Just sit and think about all the things that you need to make sure that you do every day, every week, whatever. Just get it all out. Doesn't really matter. Just get it out and put it on the piece of paper and just put it under the vital behavior that it falls under. Obviously, making time for doing your personal development every single day. If you're in any sort of training groups, right? Like, for example, I'm doing this Instagram training right now, so I need to make sure that I'm making time for that. Otherwise, I don't do it. And I kind of lump that into like personal/business development. So you do any trainings, or if you're any like Josh Coates, he runs training groups every month. You need to make time so that you are, doing those things, right? Checking into your challengers, messaging your challenge groups or challengers. You know what I mean? All of those things. Let's see, what else? Obviously, getting your workout in, getting your Shakeology done or drink for the day. If you're a blogger, maybe you want to make sure you do 1 blog post every day or every week, or maybe you want to start doing YouTube videos. So write down, 1 YouTube video a week, whatever. Let me see, I'm trying to think of what else. Like creating content. Setting aside time for you to do things like brainstorming for your challenge groups, right? I have 2 blocks of time that I've set aside in my week that is specifically for me to just gather content and ideas and brainstorm and think of things that I want to post about or do blog posts about or social media posts about, whatever. Or, things, ideas for my challenge groups, whatever, just creating ideas, and thinking of things, right? So having that set time. And of course, you guys remember that I'm a full-time coach. So, you might brain dump all of these things and you're going to be like, how am I going to fit all of this stuff in? Don't worry about that yet. I'm going to show you how to kind of like categorize that. But just start by getting everything out onto paper, okay? Start with the vital behaviors and think, okay, inviting. What do I need to get done as far as inviting goes to get me to my goals every single day? Okay, product of the product. What are things that I've got to be doing that are going to be showing me that I'm doing product of the product? Maybe you want to make sure you're talking about Shakeology once a week. So maybe you say like Shakeology posts once a week, or coaching posts twice a week, or challenge group posts twice a week, whatever it is, right? Think of literally everything that you need to get done in your business. And you guys, if you've gone through Rock the Basics and all of that, you should know what it is that you got to be getting done. It's literally just, these vital behaviors. Okay, so just start off by brain dumping everything. Then what you're going to do is determine what things are going to be your daily must-dos. Like, these are the things that you need to get done. Like, I don't care how busy you are. I don't care if you have 1 hour a day. These are the things you're going to do in your 1 hour a day. And then you have your weekly things. So maybe those things that you do just once a week, like I was talking about, maybe a blog post, or creating your meal plan for the week, right? I have that on my to-do list because it's something that I need to do, not just for myself, but for my challenge group, because I post my meal plan in my challenge group every week. So I do that once a week, whatever it is, right? And mark those things down. So maybe you get a highlighter, and you might highlight all of the dailies. Like, these are my must-do things. Then maybe you go through your weeklies and put a star, or get another highlighter so you can differentiate. And then you guys, everything else, like all of the other stuff, is going to be kind of like your when you have time things, or when you have extra hours in your day, or maybe you have a weekend and you just happen to have like just all this extra time, you're doing nothing, you're able to sit down and catch up on some things in your business. Maybe it's your catch up list, I don't know. But put all of the other stuff goes onto that list, okay? So that's how you kind of do it, you guys. It's that easy. Write out your vital behaviors, brain dump. This might take a while, by the way. This brain dump part is going to take a while. But the thing is, once you do it and you spend the time brain dumping and getting all those things out on a paper, boom, it's on paper and you have it and you have a plan, you're set for life, right? So take the time to really just rack your brain and think of every little thing that you need to make sure that you get done, okay? Then number 2, you're going to go through and kind of prioritize and categorize those things, right? What are your daily must-do actions, like no matter what? And what are your weekly things that you need to make sure that you do every once a week? You know what I mean? You got to make sure you get this done, but it's only a weekly task. And then everything else is kind of like catch-up lists, or the things that you just want to start slowly working on, as you go. Not as vital, like, and urgent at this moment, but still important things that you want to get done. Then you organize that stuff so that you can see it every single day. And I use the website Trello to organize my stuff, you guys. So I'm going to now pull up my Trello board and show you guys how I have organized my brain dump into basically an action plan for my business. So let me share my screen really quick. Okay, so this is Trello. If you go to Trello.com, you can create a free account. And Trello is amazing, guys. I actually heard about this. I don't know where I first heard about it. A while ago. I think when I was doing my Shalane Johnson virtual business academy. And so anyways, Trello is just a really great way for you to organize your life, create to-do lists. You can really, organize this however it's going to work for you. But this is basically just how I have done it. Okay, so first off, you guys, I have my daily must-dos. Those things that I said that you got to highlight. Your absolute, like, I have to get this done no matter what. And so all of those things I have on this list. And then I also have a corresponding list that is donezo for today. So basically, my goal is to move everything from this list over to this list every single day. So you can see right here, I've already, been working for a couple hours. So I got all of my stuff already, all of these things already done for today. So every time I get one of my to-dos done, I just move it right over here. And I love this too, you guys, because it just makes me feel super accomplished. That way I just feel good and productive at the end of the day because I know that I got all my stuff done. And then again, I have the same thing for my weekly tasks, right? So you've already planned out what your daily stuff is and what your weekly stuff is. So then here are my weekly tasks. And the same thing, you guys, I have a done for the week list. So every time I finish it, I move it over to the done list. That way I know what stuff is done for the week and what stuff I still need to do. And just to make it even easier for myself, you guys, you can see here that I have put what day that I want to do this, because it's a week. It's a thing I'm only doing once a week. So you can see, like, I do my expenses on Mondays, and I message my challengers a little motivational thing every Monday. I post a video of my challenge group every Monday, right? So every time I do that, I just move it from here over to here. So these are already the things that I've done, and then these are still some things that I need to catch up on for the week. Okay, and organizing it weekly just helps me, because then I just know I can start at the top with my Monday things on Monday. Boom, 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 get all these things done, move them over, and I'm done with those weekly tasks. Okay, and then here's my current to-do list. So these are those things that I talked about that are kind of like your catch-up things. Those are the things that you need to make sure that you do when you have time, when you finish your absolute. These are the only things that you work on once you have done your must-dos, your must-dos, like, for the day. This is like the most important list. You got to get this done no matter what, okay? And then you move on to your weekly stuff. And once you get your weekly stuff done, then you can move over to your current to-do list, okay? So, and some of these things, you know what I mean, are things that I need to get done immediately. And some things are kind of like, you know, not as urgent, and I have those further down. And Trello is really cool because you can even put like due dates on your things. So for example, I have a to-do list thing where I need to make sure that I schedule a business opportunity call for next Thursday for my challenge group, and I want to post it in my challenge group. But I'm going to do that on Monday. I'm going to wait till Monday to post that. So I put a due date for Monday. You can just click it right here, and it'll ask you what day you want to do it, save. And it'll, you know, pop up, and you'll have a little reminder that you need to get that done. Okay, and you guys, every time I just kind of think of things that I need to get done throughout the day, I'm like, oh shoot, yeah, that's something I need to make sure I do. Like, right? I will just add it to this current to-do list. Like, I'll just get it as soon as I think of those things. I get it onto my to-do list so that it's not stuck in my brain and then I forget about it. Right? Like, how many times are you doing things and you're like, oh shoot, I need to do that, but then like you don't write it down, you don't get it out. And then it just stays stuck in your brain, and then you eventually forget about it again, right? Until it kind of pops up, and you're like, oh, shoot, I forgot. I need to do that again, right? So this makes it easy for me. Every time I think of something that randomly pops into my head that I got to make sure I do, I will put it in my current to-do list, okay? And then if it's a project or something that I'm working on or in the middle of, I have this in progress list right here. So actually right now I'm in the process of mapping out my challenge groups for the rest of the year, both my 7-day challenge groups and my paid challenge groups. I'm actually in the middle of that, so I need to move it to in progress. And then once I finish it, I have this list that says completed projects, right? So then I can just move it right over here. Once again, and I love this because it just helps me feel accomplished. You know what I mean? For me, I love like ending my day feeling like I was productive. Like I knew I got everything done that I needed to get done. You know what I'm saying? So to move things through these lists, it just is good because number one, I'm a visual person, but also just because I think it helps me feel better at the end of the day, knowing that I got my stuff done that I need to get done. Okay? And then you guys, you can kind of like expand this on however you want. Maybe you want to have like a personal, like, you know, for those of you especially who have kids and have tons of other things going on in your life, maybe you have like a personal list of just things that you need to get done in your personal life. So you have your personal stuff like, you know, sign my kid up for soccer practice or for a soccer team. I don't know. I'm just like making stuff up. You know what I mean? But like a personal like home list so you can keep that stuff on track. You know what I mean? Because pretty much all this stuff is business stuff for me. I also am working on like possibly starting this like website design side project business thing. So I made my own list that's for that. And then you can do like future projects, you know, things that you want to eventually start working on, but you want to like, you know, get that out there, like hiring a virtual assistant, creating a freemium for my website, all of that. And then, you know, ideas. This is a great way for you to like keep track of your ideas for content, videos, you know, maybe live videos, whatever. So anyways, and then resources, whatever you guys, you can kind of just like add on however you want, but this is kind of how I've organized my life. And so when I sat down this morning for my power hour, the first thing I did was open up my Trello and started off with my daily to-do list and just worked my way down my list and moved all these things over one at a time. And I did not move to anything else until I got all of these things done, you guys. And you can see right here, these things are things I still have to do today, but I don't do them. Like this is my lunchtime check-in with my challenge groups and my afternoon and evening check-in with my challenge group. So I'm waiting for those, obviously, because it's still morning. but I got everything else done. And I just finished like kind of setting this up. So obviously there's a lot of things that I've missed from this week, but that's because I just kind of got this organized. So I'm going to be definitely starting fresh with this list next week. And I'm super excited because I have all my weekly tasks done. And, once I get through my daily to-dos, I'll know exactly what to move on to. And then once I get my weekly must-dos out of the way, then I can move on to my, my to-do list and start knocking this out and getting these things done. You know what I'm saying? So I really hope that this kind of helps you guys with creating an organized game plan for your business, okay? Because, the number one thing I just hate hearing and makes me sad hearing is that people think that they don't have the time to make this business work. They can't balance it. And for me, honestly, that sounds like a reason for why you should make your business work, so that you can have more time freedom and you can stop being so crazy busy. And, that's the great thing about this is that you can make it work with your schedule no matter what. Okay. So like I said, though, you guys, I'm a full-time coach. I have, this is my only thing. So my list has a ton of stuff on it. Your list is going to look different. You know what I mean? Your must-dos every day might be longer, shorter than mine, and that's okay. But just start with those vital behaviors and remember that, your actions and those things that are on your list should all align with whatever your goals are for your business, which hopefully is to obviously help your 3 people and, maybe, move up the leadership ladder, whatever it is that you want, grow your income, pay off debt, quit your full-time job, bring your husband home, be able to travel more, be able to, fund your kids' college tuition before they even graduate high school. I don't know what it is that you want to make happen, but if you just are diligent and organized with your business, you can make those things happen, you guys. So don't use being busy as an excuse. Use it as a reason to just buckle down, get organized, have a plan, and be intentional about how you're using your time, okay? I hope this video is helpful, and I hope that you guys will gain a lot from this, and I will also put the link to my Trello board in the notes or I'll post I'll post a link to my Trello board in the team page for you guys so that you can go and see it if you want a little bit more in-depth look into it. Okay? Thanks guys so much, and chat with you soon.